Hi, this is Christy with Vegan Food for Thought, and I wanted to share my issues that I've had with Candida and just how I've healed that because there's so much information out there online. There are so many like Candida cleanses and things, and I didn't buy any of those. There's the Candida, anti-Candida diet and stuff, and I already knew that I didn't want to try that because it just was so restrictive. It's like, don't eat anything. You can eat like avocados and zucchinis and like live off of that. And then once you do that, like from what I've seen, is that the candida comes back as soon as you start eating, all the fruits and things after. So, so what I was having was I was getting like skin rashes and itchy, like dry, peely skin and thrush on my tongue. And it would happen pretty much anytime I ate sugar, processed sugar, and anytime I ate like nuts or seeds, like a lot of fat. And especially like if I mixed those two together, it was just like instantly like I would get symptoms. So and that's been going on for a year or two, and I just was like I was trying, there were things that I was trying. I tried oregano oil. I was trying certain like other essential oils and things. And then I wasn't very consistently trying like a high carb diet thing. But what I did do was I just finally cut out all processed sugar from my diet, and that was like the biggest thing. That was pretty much almost instantly as soon as I did that. And then oils, I cut out all processed oils, and then the last thing that I did was that I stopped eating fat for like 2 or 3 days. That was really it. I want to say maybe three days was the most that I went without eating any fat. And I did like a high carb, lots of fruit and vegetables, and I was still eating oatmeal with maple syrup. But I wasn't adding like almond milk in for like a couple days. And then finally, I was able to go back to eating. I started having some like chocolate and stuff, and I'm finally able to eat like a chocolate bar that was my biggest like concern, was that I couldn't eat chocolate without getting thrush the next day. And I was starting to get really frustrated about it. But then there was a while where I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just never eat chocolate again. But of course that didn't happen. I think I went a month or two without eating it. And so finally I just started doing more of a like just more high carb and low fat, and then I just started feeling better. So I tried eating like one little, there are these ones that I eat that are maca peanut butter cups that I really like, and they don't have cane sugar, they don't have processed sugar in them. They're just, I want to say it's coconut sugar, and I haven't had any problems with those. I love them. They're like one of my favorite ones. They're not super sweet, but they're really, really flavorful and good. And there are a couple other chocolate bars that I really like. I think this one's Hue, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they also have like coconut sugar in them, and I haven't had any problems eating those. And they're really good. They taste really good. So I've been okay with those. I do start to notice my tongue, I haven't had thrush for at least a month, maybe 2 months now. But I do notice like if I eat like 2 or more chocolate bars, that's when like I have to draw the line where I start to feel like my tongue starts to get a little bit numb or funny feeling. That would be like before getting thrush. When I got thrush, it was very like, it was itchy and kind of painful on my tongue, and there would be like these little splotches and ridges, and then I wouldn't be able to taste in those spots, and it was not fun. But I'm really, really happy to say that has not come back. And then I do notice other symptoms with my candida. My scalp starts to get itchy. It can when it starts to like come back, but it's not like as bad as it was before. So I'm really, really happy that that it's been getting better. And I just wanted to wait until I shared all of that information before, I wanted to wait until after I had been feeling better. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it wasn't that difficult to do. I can say that I wouldn't be like able to do no fat for like a long time, but that was the main thing that really helped me too. And it was only for a couple days pretty much. So if I start to notice any symptoms coming back, then I just go back on eating low fat for those days. And yeah, I've been able to enjoy, like, I still make like I'll have to do a what I ate in a day video, but I really enjoy lentils and curries with like coconut milk and things in them. I've been able to, like, I've even eaten out at places, you know, that have like vegan curries and stuff, and I've been able to enjoy those without, you know, feeling bad the next day or having any sort of symptoms. So I just, you know, yeah, I'm really happy that I don't have to eat like a really restrictive diet. I feel like it is in some ways restrictive, but like if you've ever looked at an anti-Candida diet, you'll know that those are like even more restrictive. And there are a lot of other YouTubers and people out there that have, you know, gone through that diet and have tried it, and they haven't had an improvement. They may have had an improvement while they were on the diet, but then as soon as they go back to eating, you know, fruits or dates or something, then they have symptoms again. So I've been following, well, I know Ravana was having issues with Candida, but also, I want to say it's that vegan couple, the man, he followed that sort of the same, like, high carb, low fat type of diet too, and he had an improvement in his symptoms of Candida, and there are a few other people out there, but, yeah, I just thought, you know, like, this is something that people might want to know about, because there are people who have gone back to eating, you know, animal products just to, you know, to fix their Candida issues. And I don't know if they really, you know, are fixing them or not, but I do know that, you know, even if I were to alleviate some symptoms, then I would be, I know fish has a lot of like heavy metals, and I even recall like eating parasites like worms in my fish, and I thought, oh, like, you know, I always like give the benefit of the doubt with the stuff like that. Like I thought like, oh, it's just a stretchy tendon or something in my salmon. And I remember that happening more than once. And just, yeah, the thought of that is just really, really unappetizing to me. Because if you look at pictures of what worms look like in fish, it's yeah, it's gross, and they are pretty common. So I'm really glad I'm not, you know, causing animals or fish or anything to suffer, just because, you know, I used to think that that stuff tasted good. But it's just really totally unappetizing to me now, after knowing what I know about it and the industry and like how they treat all the animals and stuff. It's, I'm really glad that, you know, that I'm able to heal myself and to feel good, to feel better than I've ever felt before, on a vegan diet. And, you know, the main reason why my Candida and everything was out of balance was because I was eating things like, you know, a whole 2-pound, like a 2-pound bag of like potato chips on my own. And like, obviously anyone eating that much of, you know, that much junk food is just not going to be feeling good. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I haven't been eating those like bags of potato chips anymore. And yeah, no more oil and processed sugar mainly was the biggest thing. And I was even trying the, you know, like doing all kinds of, I just tried everything, I feel like, before, pretty much everything before I tried this. And yeah, anyways, I'm happy that I'm just feeling better, and that I don't have thrush anymore. That was the biggest thing, because that was like, obviously that was a sign that something was wrong and there was something going on. But yeah, that's mainly what I did. And post any questions or comments down below, if you're going through something similar, and what you've been eating. And yeah, I do want to share, I'll have to share a what I ate in a day video, because yeah, I make sure to get like a really good balance of, like, I love fruits and vegetables and raw food, and I tend to eat that in the morning time. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I love a huge salad for dinner, and other times I like I pretty much daily, I would say, eat like, lentils or beans or rice, almost every day. So I really like, a lot of those. And I found that that's like a really easy way to get like a lot of, with rice and pastas and things, it's an easy way to get a lot of calories in. So I've been feeling good and having a lot of energy and stuff. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I'm just happy to say that I feel better doing that.